I have decided to cut all of my hair off. Yes, you heard that right. I am shaving, or at least going down to a number 1 or 2 razor on my head in a few days. And I'm making this video because I've been sharing this on Facebook and on TikTok and with family and friends, because that's who I am. I'm someone who is on a path of discovery and recovery, and I'm about the journey, not the destination. I'm a process person, and this has been a fascinating process. So I'm making this video to explain in a little longer form what led to this decision and what's happened since I made this decision. And then, of course, I'll probably be sharing more once I do this because the learning and the healing never ends. So yeah, I'm someone who has learned that the human experience is about getting back to our true core self, remembering who we really are. And you've heard the phrase, we all wear a mask. And when I got sober from alcoholism almost 10 years ago, that there were so many layers of masks on me that it's a continued journey. I've learned that it never really ends. As long as I'm a human being, I'm going to be exploring my true nature, my true essence. And so how this all began was a few weeks ago on a Saturday morning. I was getting ready to do errands, and I was having that internal battle, that internal conversation that I have had literally since high school, maybe junior high, for sure junior high, about my hair and not liking it. There's been a constant dialogue of, I hate my hair, it's too thin, it doesn't do what I want, it's not pretty, my face is not pretty either. That's been the story. And while we all know now that the inner dialogue is not necessarily true, it doesn't mean it instantly goes away. I've done a lot of work on self-acceptance, learning how to trust myself and loving myself. And I do care for and about myself a lot, but that's still there. And on this particular morning, I've been really exploring, actually the past few months, of things I have resistance around in my life. I've just gotten rid of so much. I'm not with people, places or things anymore that cause me resistance. So this particular morning, I was noticing maybe I should just get rid of all my hair. I was probably 60% a yes, right? I was not at all 90% ready to do this, but it was 60-40. It wasn't 50-50. I was thinking about it. And so I put on this headband that covered all my hair because I can look in the mirror and just see what I would look like with no hair. And then I put a hat over that, and I went out and did errands. And I just experienced that morning being out in the world with my hair not showing on my face. And I felt free. So I decided to shoot a TikTok last minute on that experience, which ended up kind of blowing up. And it was in the comments and in the conversation with strangers, right, from TikTok, who helped me explore my true decision around this, what's clear for me and what's true for me. And so it's been a process of a few weeks. And that's what I want to share, and all that I discovered in the past few weeks, because the truth is, I like my hair right now. I have not had as much resistance every day, a little bit less. And this experience has been really helpful. First, I want to say that because I don't know the people on TikTok, the comments aren't charged, right? You know how when people we love, family, friends, people we're close with, we have an emotional connection with, there can be a charge if the comments are not positive. I don't have that with strangers because I don't have an emotional connection. So it was really valuable for people to just hold up their thoughts and for me to see how if it's true or not. For example, there were a lot of comments from women, 50s, 60s, 70s. My Lord, it felt so good to connect with so many badass women who said, do it, go for it. If you want it, do it. It's just hair, it'll grow back. Those comments were lighting my insides up, right? So that was affirming I'm a yes. Then when I saw a comment that would say, don't do it, just get a pixie cut, just get a shortcut, see if you like it, right? Take it in stages. Well, I'm 60 years old. I've been taking this in stages since I was 12 years old. I've been dealing with this hair and new hairdressers and new color and new products my whole life. So the thought of just get a short haircut, I realized when I saw that comment, I'm a no. That's a no. So I was getting closer to really understanding what was happening for me and why. And then I started to love my hair. Over these few weeks of being in conversation with people, I like my hair better. It's really cool to watch my insides change. Nothing's changed on the outside yet, but my insides are changing. So that just is a perfect example of be present, identify what you're feeling and thinking, decide if it's true or not, get closer to your truth, and that resistance goes away. So the other thing that came up was my oldest daughter commented quickly on the TikTok saying, "Oh my God, mother, please don't be impulsive." So yes, of course, she knows me my whole life, or her whole life, and she has known the impulsive person that I used to be. And what I realized in talking with her about that is that impulsive teenager that I used to have in me that was pretty alive for a while in my 40s, she's moved out. She's gone. When I really want something, I don't make rash decisions. I actually sometimes take longer than some people might to decide because I'm being really careful and I want a firm yes. I know what it feels like now in my body to be a yes for something. So I wait for that. So this 60%, I want to cut all my hair off, was growing to 80, 85 over the past few weeks. And then I had an experience that was very healing. My son had a party for his birthday and my mom's birthday. So the whole family was together last week. And my parents hadn't heard that this was what I was thinking. So I blurted to them, which I'm known for. Of course, it's shocking to people who hear, but it's my personality. I said to my parents, I'm cutting all my hair off. And their reaction was clearly one of surprise. Very normal reaction, right? And the look on their face is what I want to talk about for a minute, because I've had some incredible healing around this. I used to interpret a look on their face as shaming, disapproving, disdain even is a word I would use. Growing up, I would have told you that there were periods of time where my parents had disdain for me. Now, that is not true at all. But when people look at you, if you see on their face a feeling that you interpret as one thing or another, and maybe they were disapproving of me over time. I was a lot. I can imagine they had some feelings at times where I was a lot to handle or I was too much. Okay, I get that. But I know they love me. I know they don't disdain me. And what was really cool in that moment is I felt the residual when I saw the look on their face of shock, and my word was disdain inside that I felt. I knew that wasn't the truth because I have done a lot of work on myself and I know they're not responsible for how I interpret their feeling about what I'm saying, right? And so it didn't sting. I saw the look on the face. It reminded me of being a child and how I felt. And I realized I don't feel that way anymore. That's not the look. They're super supportive. They're like my biggest fans. They are surprised by me at times, but hello, that's my nature and personality. Of course they'd be surprised. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have to internalize that as that I'm bad or wrong. So then I talked to them on the next weekend and they said, we want to know about your hair. What's going on? And what was your decision? And they leaned in and they were curious and they were kind and they were loving. And they told me they used to call me Curl the Girl and my curly hair at 2 years old. My mom sent me a picture. I could get emotional thinking about it. It was the opposite of what I grew up thinking. We grow up thinking when people look at us and they say certain things that they're feeling a certain way about us. And even if they are, it doesn't mean that we need to own that as true. My parents never would think that of me. And if they ever did when I was young, it was because they couldn't handle what I was giving to them at the time. It's not the same as that I'm bad or wrong. It was really powerful to witness the same face, the same expression that I used to interpret as they don't like me, and not have that feeling feel true. That's freaking powerful. So, my friends, I haven't even cut my hair off. And in these few weeks, there's been a lot of healing and a lot of growth. And I now look in the mirror and I like my face and I like my hair, even though I still don't like it, but I like it more than I liked it a few weeks ago. And so why am I still doing this? Why am I cutting all my hair off? Because in this process of the last few weeks, I have learned hair holds energy and memory. And I'm releasing all that I have resistance around, and I want it gone. I don't want a pixie cut. I want it gone. I want to get rid of, I want to stop coloring it. I want to stop pretending that I need to fix it up to be okay. And so I'm just getting rid of it. And I'm going to do it with my hairdresser, who's so fun. She's one of the funniest people I know. And she's going to play with me. We're going to have some fun. We're going to shave off one side to see what that looks like. We're going to do a mohawk, just stand it up. And then I'm getting rid of it. I don't think I'll shave it. I think I'll just go down real low in a razor. It's cold. It's going to be March 6th and it's cold. So I need some hats and I need some wigs. And clearly then the new journey, the new relationship with my head and my face will begin. There's no doubt. I will cry. I will heal more. I will lean in. I will become closer to who I truly am at my core, which brings me tears of joy and gratitude for this journey. I'm so grateful I'm an alcoholic. So grateful that I've freed myself from using substances to be in touch with who I really am. And yeah, it's really been beautiful. And thanks for being with me on this journey. I hope that you know that your true inner beauty radiance shines out when you take off your mask and maybe your hair. You don't have to go that far if you don't want. But I will be shooting the video. I will be videoing the whole experience and sharing clips of it. And clearly I will be showing up to continue my teaching of getting back to our true nature with no hair and maybe with long blonde hair. Who knows what kind of wigs will show up. So stay tuned for the fun and thanks so much for caring about yourself and about recovery and discovery. I'll see you soon.